Yay!
Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you.
So, Mary Grace, people are sending us
Yes.
messages. I have a question for you. Why don't you tell the good folks where you spent the last couple of days?
Yeah, you guys, believe it or not, I just spent the last week in Switzerland, Zurich, Switzerland, with a day to Milan, Italy. Let me see, we went to some place called Lucerne, Lake Lucerne. They have a wonderful transportation system, so we were just taking trains everywhere. I took my youngest, who is extremely independent and good at all that public transportation stuff, but all of it for free. Do you want to know how? I'll
Please do
tell you
tell.
how. Because I work for Park Lane Jewelry and we get 2 trips a year, one European, one tropical, and that was the European one. And it was pretty amazing. So, especially for free to be able to see the world like that and take people like my kids.
I
Unbelievable.
think that was neat. The fact that you took your,
Yes, it was
you
so
have
bonding.
that is a good bonding time. That's an awesome bonding time. So I thought it was awesome to see that. And your outfits were spectacular. Just so
You're so cute.
So let me just check our different places. I do see some people hopping on. Hello, Renee, Margie, Kayla, Julie, Lori, Kim, Renee. Hello.
We had a
We have
special
let
challenge out there for some of the leaders were doing a special challenge. So I'm glad to see people are stepping up. There's prizes to be given away aside from,
they
well, there's free
we love
jewelry for
prizes.
our somebody who watches this,
Yeah.
obviously.
We love prizes. That's something I always say when you work in direct sales, which we're going to talk about in a moment, you don't just get paid in cash, but you get paid in jewelry and prizes. So that's super cool. Oh my goodness,
Unbelievable.
lots of people jumping on. Hello. Listen, as you pop in, we always like to just talk a minute or two in the beginning. As you pop in, can you let us know in the comments who your stylist is that invited you here? That person, first of all, Mary Grace, I'd like to say we're getting very close to a milestone in our Grace and Grit Studio group. We are at 961 members strong, so I'm really proud of that.
39 to go.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. I think 39, and we get to 1,000. We'll have to do something fun for the 1,000th person. Maybe do a little prize or something. But and we just welcomed 16 people today to the group, so it's super cool. So, I it is Monday. I cannot believe it. I don't even have any idea where the time is flying, but it certainly is flying. And we are live tonight in the Grace and Grit Studio group, which is a private group that you're a part of, hopefully, and also the Grace and Grit Studio business page, which just this week I did put a post in the group showing you how to join the page. So I actually linked it so you guys can link it and join because we'd love for you to share this out to your friends that we are live. Hello to everybody. Thank you so much for hopping in. Thank you. So, oh, somebody said they froze 62 bags of corn over the weekend. Isn't that awesome? People tell us all cool stuff. So, Monday nights, every Monday night, I have the absolute distinct pleasure to interview and talk to our Grace and Grit organization's executive company vice president, Mary Grace Lewandowski. And I get to ask her 4 questions. Okay. And we ask you to all join us, listen, learn, and then fill out the Google form, quite frankly. So your cost of admission tonight is just listening to us for the next 20-25 minutes. We're going to answer some really common questions about what we do, tell you some really cool things about some behind the scenes stuff and some things people don't know if you're just somebody who's hosted with Park Lane or bought from Park Lane. So welcome to everybody. But I always try to say that if you were invited here by a stylist, which almost everybody here was, that stylist really thought very highly of you to invite you to come to this. The reason being, this is a nice little side gig that you could start for yourself. We want you to listen to the possibility of it. If it's something that doesn't work for you, it's not going to offend anyone. What we would love is for you to share something that you heard with someone that you know that's in need, because we might be able to help them. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to help people. So thank you to everybody who's hopping in. We have a ton of people watching, which makes me happy. So Mary Grace, let's get started. We already dropped the direct sales name, which is what we do. We're direct sellers. So I'm going to start with the first question, and that is, can you explain to these fine folks what exactly is direct sales and how does it differ from the term that we hear all the time, which is MLM or multi-level marketing?
Yeah, they get mixed up a lot. And what they have in common is that you can run them, both out of your home, around your own hours, all
Right.
that good stuff. But multi-level marketing is really an emphasis on recruiting, bringing people in, switching as many people from just users or consumers to actual reps for the company. And they call it multi-level marketing because when you are a representative for a company like that, you have to be real aware of where people are falling in your multi levels, because you might get paid on this strand but not get paid on this strand. And most of it is done, direct, like a something where someone's credit card is hit once a month and they're
Hmm.
just like a constant, consistent buyer or rep. In direct sales, we're a party plan business, is the easiest way to put it, is that we reward our hostesses. We do a lot of direct selling to actual customers, but we have that hostess plan, which allows us to have people that love and trust us introduce us to their friends and family. Direct sales means direct to consumer. So our emphasis is more on the sales aspect of it. Do we do recruiting? Yes, we do.
Sure.
Welcome all of you. Yes, because we love to share what we do, and we can only do so much, and we want to get as much jewelry through as many hands as we can. So we love to offer it to other people. And direct sales, in a nutshell, to me, it's been a life changer, as it has been for you, I know, and some other
Hmm.
people that are on this call. As a matter of fact, if you are a rep on this call, just in two or three words or less, put how this has changed your life. With me, it's taken us, we were able to put 4 kids through college, like basically with cash. We went from
Insane.
a paycheck to paycheck kind of family to like going to Switzerland for a week and just living a whole different life, all around the schedule that I was able to keep. If
Right.
you're looking for a side gig, usually you're going to have to keep the hours that the person that hires you tells you to keep. Here in direct sales, we work it around our existing life. It just works out perfectly. And it's just running your own business with all of the benefits and none of the overhead. You don't have any of the costs or fear associated with it.
Right.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Love. Some people are writing relationships and income. Some
Ooh,
people are writing more confidence, which I love. They love the
I
jewelry,
do.
which is super cool. And
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to last week's winner of the free jewelry. I always like to do that. So hopefully she's here and invited a friend. Her name's Kim Wetter, and she was introduced to this call by Kay Demmer. So thank
I
you
was
so
gonna
much
say,
for
when they said
popping
somebody was
in.
freezing corn, was it one of those girls? Because they're
I don't,
from
I don't,
Iowa.
I didn't catch the name. It just kind of went by really fast. I'm sorry. I didn't catch it very fast. But I love the part about direct sales where we're direct to consumer. I mean, if you will, we're personal shoppers for
Yeah,
people and we're
yeah,
experts in the field. We become experts by doing this job and learning about jewelry as, all of the information is out there for us. And you provide so much to us and it just is such an easy thing to learn and it's a fun thing to do because the moment you become that personal shopper, like you're the sparkle girl, you're the girl that
yeah.
makes the girl shine. So really, really cool. Love it. Okay. So now that we know what direct sales is, and that little, those little buzzwords, where does jewelry fit into direct selling?
Yeah, because there are different things that you can sell directly. As a matter of fact, I'll just share with you real quick that I came from candles. I was with a candle company for 12 years. Janine was with a basket company for 20
23,
something,
20.
23 years.
Yeah.
I've been here with Park Lane
Long
for
time.
15. The reason that we came over to Park Lane is a direct sales company that will offer you a title and, more importantly, a pay level that is commensurate with what you've achieved. They recognize that it's a specific set of skills and that we put some time in somewhere else and that we deserve to be recognized for that time and we don't have to start all over. I want to put that in your head, guys and girls out there, because perhaps you have some direct sales experience already, or know
Right.
someone who does. And it's really worth checking out Park Lane. It really is. Now, jewelry. Okay, so as I said, I started with a whole other product. You know, a lot of us started with home products. We have pampered chef people in our company, lots of them. But most started right, you know, from as a fashion stylist from the very get go. And those people don't even know that they started with the best product. Because if you were to Google, I'm thinking of going into direct sales, give me some advice or whatever.
Yeah.
Inevitably, what comes up is that you should choose a product that you love. I do love jewelry. I didn't always. I certainly, and I love, but I fell into my other business because I loved candles. But
Yeah.
if I, in a very savvy way, was wondering where to go with my direct sales business, I would have chose jewelry from the beginning. And I'll tell you why. Because the Levine family, they own our company. And
Yeah.
they started our company in 1955. And it's just so funny to me because the direct sales model in general was new. And they thought, we love this idea. We love the idea of using other people's living rooms as the showroom. We
Hmm.
love the idea of being able to start a company that can help not just us become wealthy, the Levineses is, but bunches and bunches of other people and other families because they can be out and repping our product. And they thought, hey, before we jump into something, let's do some research. And they hired some consultant companies and they said, we, you know, this is the model we're going to use. We know we want to do a direct sales, direct to consumer, but what
Right.
product do you recommend? And they said, go out in the world, do your homework and come back and give us your top three product choices. All three of them, and not none of the companies, Janine knew that they'd been
Knew each
hired by
other.
each other or anything.
Right.
It was totally unbiased. All three of them came back as jewelry as number one. The Levines didn't see that coming, and they're like, "Okay,
Right.
defend your answers," you know. So this is the reason, and this is what I live now. Like a little bit earlier, you said we become their personal shoppers, and
We
we
do.
learn what to do. Okay, can I just share something with you? You guys out there in the audience, where do you put a bracelet? Okay. Where do you put a necklace? Okay. This is what we have to learn. You know, it's like we
It's
already
so
know it.
simple.
Okay. You are totally 1,000% qualified to sell Park Lane jewelry because you know what to do. We used to have to learn like burn times and how to put your candles out and all
Correct.
that good stuff before. And, you know, people that are in wellness, nutrition, anything that people ingest or put on them, there's like bunches of training to go with that. Do we train you how to be successful? Absolutely, 1,000%. But I shared this with you too. That when I was in the candle business, I will admit I was a performer. I had a whole things, you know. I was so surprised how quickly the attention was off me and on the jewelry in this type of business. I mean, girls, they
Yes.
just love to play in the jewelry. So you really don't have to do some big formal presentation or anything. But anyway, I digress as usual. So when the Levine family got this research back, they're like, okay, explain to us why we should do jewelry. And these are things that I've totally lived now. Okay, first of all, the market. Whenever you're going to represent a product, you really want to look at like its longevity and its popularity. And jewelry has been around since 150,000 years ago, and it's showing $43 billion forecast for the next few years. It's not going anywhere. It's super popular, been around forever. The other thing you want to look at is the audience. And you're like, okay, jewelry is for everybody. Okay, it's not like a certain demographic. It's not a certain age. It's not a certain type of person. It's really everybody is out there and able to accessorize and wants to. It's one of the top three gifts in the world, which even if people don't wear jewelry, I bet you they've bought jewelry. So it's up there with flowers and candy. And really, jewelry is the one that withstands the test of time, has an emotional connection. You don't hear about people like, I don't know who to leave my candles to. But yes, they do put who they're going to leave their jewelry to. Okay. It's a feel good product. I didn't see that
Yeah.
one coming, but my goodness, how I've loved that aspect of it. It's actually proven that if you have jewelry on, that when you catch your own reflection, it raises your serotonin
On the
levels.
levels.
Well, in the meantime, other people looking at your jewelry all day, you're helping them have a cheerful day. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually
It's
a
true.
true scientifically proven thing. A bit compliment catcher, a conversation starter, just makes people feel so much better, helps them save money in their clothing budget, all of these wonderful things. Now, from our standpoint, I want you to think about this, you guys, because people are out in the world wearing our product. Why
Yeah.
is that great? Well, it's great because it starts conversations. We get referrals back. We're wearing our product. So we can be out and about and someone can say, oh my gosh, I love
Right.
your necklace. And we just
Right.
got a new customer. Okay. These are super important things, super things that make our jobs that much easier. Very inexpensive to ship if we ever have to ship it or store, which maybe we don't have to, as the Rep Park Lane does most of that, but they're able to keep millions of dollars of inventory in their little Chicago warehouse. So it's that is definitely a plus.
Yeah.
Did I think of everything?
Oh, I
Probably
think you
not.
said a lot. I don't think
I
you said
said a
everything,
lot,
but
but yes, jewelry is absolutely the place to be. I've
so
doubled
I'm
my
gonna
sales in jewelry, doubled from what I used to do.
double. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's mind blowing. I'm gonna
Hmm.
pick up a couple things that you said. The first thing that you said is that we had to know you had to know burn times and all those things. If you do a wellness product with jewelry, you know where it goes. And the cool part about it is exactly what Mary Grace says. The jewelry is the star of the show. The
Yes.
second you open up your rollers or whatever you're using, you put out your jewelry, women immediately come over and start picking it up and playing with it. It's like we
Yeah.
become children again, right?
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
the first thing. The other thing I'm going to pick up is that you said that it raises serotonin levels and makes people feel better. As the comments were scrolling, I saw one that said that it takes her out of her depression. Like,
Oh,
I totally get that.
yeah.
People notice the sparkle and it makes them feel better. So drop in the comments something that Mary Grace said that jumped out at you of why jewelry. Let's ask that question. So put in the comments, what did she say that you were like, yeah, that makes sense of why jewelry
Yeah.
fits into direct sales. Now we're going to take it a little deeper. We're going to do a little deeper dive. Tell these fine people why Park Lane jewelry is the choice.
Yeah, so you're being really savvy. You're going out there, you're looking for a side gig. You decide you want to do direct sales because you want it to
Yeah.
fit around your schedule. Whatever it is that you're doing, you want something that'll fit around your schedule. You don't have to quit another job to do this job, which was something I loved. I could try it out. And
Mhm.
then you decide jewelry. And then you're like, oh, there's lots of jewelry companies. There's other direct sales jewelry companies. Okay, I actually was in this position when I was leaving my other company. I was sought after because I had 12 years of experience and I'd been number one in my other company. Very flattering. So I had the opportunity to look at other companies up close and personal, and I chose Park Lane. So a lot of times I tell people you should choose Park Lane because I did. I left a $250,000 a year income to come to Park Lane because
More than
I
that.
saw the potential. Okay, but I'm going to tell you why I chose it. And I never have anything bad to say about other direct sales companies. I
No.
love the industry. What I found is that the other jewelry companies had a niche market. So here I was picking something that had a bigger market, was one of the pluses. I didn't want to narrow that market. So, for example, you'll know what I'm talking about once I say it. Maybe they were just Swarovski crystals. Maybe they were like predominantly pearls, predominantly silver. You get it. You guys have been there, you've seen that. I loved that Park Lane had the full line. We have something for everyone. We actually have it categorized into different trends, but there is absolutely something for everyone, from the very minimalist to a maximalist, everything in between.
Everything in
But it
between.
really also, the longevity of the company that's been around since 1955, we're debt free and we're cash rich. You guys, this was before COVID that I chose this. I lived through COVID with this company, and they were throwing extra deals at people when other companies were going under.
Yes, we
It was
were.
such a secure, wonderful feeling and it's because they have been so smart with their money for so long.
Yeah.
And yet the second generation's been in here, and they've got the third generation, working in the company, and they're always updating and it's staying with the trend. So it's a very young company in their processes and in their attitudes, even though have been around a long time for the
Yeah.
financial stability. I always say it's like finding a startup company with the security of a cash rich company. It's just really, really cool.
Yep.
Okay, our programs. Whenever you're looking at a direct sales company, you want to look at their programs.
Mhm.
So the programs are like, what do they offer to make my job easier? What do they offer so that I can make more money and do better? Okay, so one is that customer plan, that customer sale. It is offered by Park Lane. Park Lane
Mhm.
is the one who finances it. The buy two for regular, get four for half. It does
Right.
a really lot of cool things. Okay. Aside from giving our customers a great deal, and we're the ones who get to relay it, and they're all so happy, it makes their friends want to share it. Okay. Girls are almost like
Yeah.
programmed to share a sale, right? It's like rude if we
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, so it's very easy to repeat it. We love to share a sale. So then in the same on the same lines, the hostesses, the people that are willing to share their friends and family with us, they're so delighted to do so because they get to offer the customer sale to the customers, okay? But in addition, the program for the hostesses is so generous. Just to give you guys a little idea, when I finished a candle party, a really good party that
Mhm.
usually had about 10 people there and we sold about $400, my hostess would get $100 in free
$100.
candles.
Yep.
Here at
Yep.
Park Lane, we enter a
Same.
show knowing that we can do at least that. And
Yeah.
our average hostess figures usually gets about $400 to $500 in free jewelry. So
Mhm.
it's amazing. Okay.
Mhm.
And then of course it's the profit plan for us. We're the best paid in the industry. Park Lane always said that they were going to pay their people the most. So our fashion stylists at the very first level start at 30%.
Yeah.
People from other companies can't believe that. It's usually 20, maybe 25, but never starting at 30. And then
Right.
as you move up the ladder, 40%, 50%. So many of us are at the 50%. And that's just the beginning. The percentages on our teams are unbelievable. I can throw percentages out there for you, but it's not even going to compute with you. But it's, oh, 3, 4 times what other companies do with monthly bonuses and weekly bonuses and quarterly bonuses. In addition to that, yes, we work for cold hard cash and we get paid every single week, which I love. That's very expensive for a company to do, but ours does it. So we get paid every single week, but we also have opportunities to engage in and to incentivize ourselves to get us excited. So we can earn up to $1,000 in free jewelry every single month of our whole entire career. I don't think I've ever missed it. That is our jewelry to do with as we wish. Okay. So just think about, instead of spending money on presents or whatever, or that's part of the
Yeah.
perks. The trips, we get 2 trips a year that we can work for. Cars, we have a car bonus that we can work for. And they're always doing
Everything in
these
between.
jewelry things that are like only for us, and it's select jewelry just for us to work for. I can't even begin to tell you, purses and iPads and just so many things to keep you excited and engaged, and no minimums here at Park Lane.
Mm-mm.
So all of those things that I just talked about, it's like they want to lead with delight. They want to find something that's going to make you like get excited about it, but they're not going to lead you with fear. Like, if you don't do this, you're going to lose your title. If you don't do this,
Yeah.
you're going to lose your
Yeah.
place in Park Lane. So like I could walk away from my business for 2 or 3 months or whatever, a year. I
Yeah.
could come back and I would still be an executive company vice president, and I
Yeah.
would still start over at the same level that I've already attained as far as profit. Those are
Mhm.
huge things.
Yes.
Huge things.
Yep.
Can you
No
tell I
quotas.
love my job?
Yeah, no quotas, no, you don't, you can come back in at the level that you're at, no demotions. I mean, these are things that people have dealt with in other direct sales companies, and they're horrible. And we don't live by that fear, which I
And even
absolutely
people have never been in direct sales, they'll say, "What do I have to do?" And I'm like, honest to goodness, you don't have to do anything. You know,
yeah,
if you want to make money, here's some things I
yeah.
suggest you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the company offers all of those incentives and more. They're called incentives and we earn them. But Mary Grace also offers incentives in our organization, and she's too humble to tell you that. And last week, while she was away in Switzerland, and this week, our organization has the ability, just for doing our job, to win a $500 cash prize each
Yeah.
week. She's giving away $1,000 in 2 weeks
Yeah.
to 2 people. And I mean, that's the
Right.
kind of stuff that happens. I've won it before. I've won a
Yes.
$1,000 in jewelry from Mary Grace. I've won purses. I've won because I've done my job.
Yeah.
So,
Just for doing
it's
your
just
job.
super. There's the attitude here. If you're looking for a fun place to land,
Where you
okay?
learn a lot and grow.
Yeah. And you're gonna have a sisterhood and a brotherhood of people that truly give a care. This is where you want to be for the
Give a
job.
care.
Give a care. Well, I almost said the other word.
I was
And
gonna
I
say,
didn't want to do
good,
that.
good catch, Missy. That was
Good
funny.
catch for this Italian with the mouth. Anyway, all right. So now I want you all, because you all dropped so many great comments. They were flying by. Thank you so much. There's 52 people in here watching us today. Hello to everyone across the country. So glad you're here. Now your job is to write in the comments 2 things Mary Grace said of why Park Lane, and tell us what those 2 things were that jumped out at you. Plus, if you are watching this on the Grace and Grit Studio business page, click the share button, because I go back and check all the shares and we pick an extra drawing winner sometimes. So who knows if we might pick them. So definitely click the share button and put us on your walls, because people can catch the live or the replay as you see that going across the bottom of the screen. Mary Grace. Now, I know these fine people are excited as you know what. Okay. So I want you to tell them, why is now the most perfect time to join our organization?
Yeah, you guys, like, first of all, it's the success principle. I haven't talked about in that a while, but successful people lean in. And it makes so much sense to me because I've learned so much by being an entrepreneur. But it's like successful people don't overthink things. So if you have that little excited feeling in your stomach, or you're thinking, maybe I'll try this, then you should try it. There's absolutely nothing to lose, and you will leave with more than you came with. That I absolutely guarantee. We have this unbelievable kit special where, for actually, you might have to help me with this since I was gone last week. But for $129, you can join the company. Now, that would be a good deal if you just got to join the company for $129, because that gives you access to your own personal, they'll like give you your own website that people can shop through. You will also have access to all the back office tools that they have. We don't have any credit card fees or anything like that. There's no extra fees. Okay. But in addition, with that $129, you get to choose $500 worth of jewelry of your choice. This is your jewelry. It's your jewelry to kick off your business, but it's also your jewelry. So whatever happens after, whatever, it's your jewelry to do with as you wish. Okay. Then what we ask, we don't even need to ask. It just makes sense. This is what you should do. You have a show. Okay. The person that invited you to this call does your show. So in addition to the jewelry that you picked out for your kit, you also will get paid for this show, even though the person that invited you will do the show. You're the one who gets the paycheck.
It's a no-brainer.
I know. You will also get to pick the hostess credit. So you'll get additional jewelry, which is very helpful when you're kind of seeing what the customers like and everything. And then just think of it. It's anything that happens during that show will now be for you. It'll be for you. These customers will know, come to you from now on. These people that want to have shows will have shows with you from now on. So at the very least, you should book a show. And, at the end of like, if you're having even a little bit of vacillation, just have a show. And then at the end of the show, say, okay, do I want the $300 or do I want her to keep it? Or, okay, what? And you'll still get to pick out the hostess jewelry or whatever. So and just to see the interest from people. So I love that we can have this, like, put your toe in the water kind of thing. Nothing to lose, lots to gain. Let's see how it goes. Is there anything additional? I wasn't here last week, so.
No, the 500 is right, but the dip your toe show is what I always love.
Yeah.
Because that's really what it is. Well, we're going to ask you to do, and there's 50 some people on here. You want to go to your stylist right now and be like, you know what, I will do a party. I'm going to do a party right now. First of all, we have an entirely new line, a collection.
We just dropped a new line. Yes, for fall. It's still pretty hot across the world. It's very. You guys, whenever you're about to have like a transition, like an outfit transition time, because the weather's changing, that is such a cool time to start selling jewelry too.
Yeah.
Because you'll get all the people that are still hot right now doing their little beaded hot things. And then you can go, just transition right into the holiday season, October, November, December. Yeah. So it's a
Lions and tigers and bears
time
on
to get started.
Literally, new jewelry drops all the time. Okay, so we always have new pieces, style drops, new things to show. So people could book off of you, and you could go from now till December, pay for your entire Christmas and all of your cookies and everything that you need to buy. And at the end of it, Mary Grace, tell them if they came into Park Lane and they choose to leave, how do they leave? With more than they came in with,
Absolutely, every time. Yeah.
always said it. She's
And all that
always
we
said,
ask is be our customer again. You know,
yeah.
that's all that we ask. Yeah, but
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Well, there's some
We,
people saying they're close and they can't believe it. And there's, you're not close. Book your show. Book your show right now. Call your stylist. I did link the Google form in the chat, but it's
yeah.
also in the description of this particular live. And it's also at the top in the featured section of our Grace and Grit studio group. Okay. So you can find it in 3 places. Mary Grace, we are here every single Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Every Monday night, I learn something new. Okay. I enjoy very much not just meeting with you and talking to you, but talking to all of these fine folks. So the moral of all of this is book a show
Yeah.
and fill
Oh my
out.
gosh, it makes somebody so happy. We
Yeah.
love it when people book shows. We love it.
Do you
So,
return?
and
Oh, okay. Here's a good question. If a person would try Park Lane, then later decide it's not for me, do they have to return their $129 starter kit?
no,
Keep
no,
everything.
we don't let you. We make you
No.
keep all the money you made and we make you keep all the jewelry.
And when she says make, I mean, think about that. We want you to keep it. It's
We want you
yours.
to,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's the best deal ever. So
It's
everyone,
yours.
join us back here next week at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Say thanks to Mary Grace and fill that Google form out. Be specific because Mary Grace curates a package of jewelry to the
Yes.
winner every single week. They don't get one piece, they get a couple pieces curated to your liking. Mary Grace, thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.